'Tis the season!
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is AndrewChicken, and welcome back to another video. The Cheese Man has been S tier pretty much since his release, or at least a little bit after his release, after they fixed some of the bugs with Omen. And it all had to do with his talent Umbral Lance combined with the card More. It just gave him an absolutely insane damage output. And so, in an attempt to fix that, they actually ended up reworking Umbral Lance this patch, which is not exactly how I expected they would go about changing him. I thought they would tackle More instead, but what they've done with Umbral Lance is, well, it's definitely taken Omen out of S tier and made him a lot weaker than he was. They basically fixed this champion by just making him really clunky now. So let me show you what this new talent does. So the new Umbral Lance now basically puts his Aphotic Reaver in the middle of the two fire modes. So it's not the full, widespread, fast-firing shotgun, but it's not the full, slow-firing rifle mode either. It's in between. And what you are left with this talent is basically a weapon that's just a slow-firing, inconsistent shotgun. And it's still workable, especially at close range, but it's very clunky. So let me just use my normal build that I've used with Omen pretty much since his release. We've got Ominous Protection, More at level 3, coming in level 2, very good filler, Everlasting Vision, and Shaded Speed. And check out the spread on this shotgun now. So sometimes it's precise, but other times it's just, you know, it's got a lot of spread to it. It's a very random spread. So, yeah, and then when you combine that with just the fact that Omen's shotgun is different to every other shotgun in the game, it actually makes for a very inconsistent experience, which is very interesting to say the least. Let me toss this here and just try and do some damage to them. Hello. Oh boy, alright, go over there please. And stay out. So what do I mean when I say Omen's shotgun works differently to every other shotgun in the game? Well, the other characters with shotguns are, you know, Buck, Barrack, and then Furia. Oh crap, I used my dash, but it didn't work. I got hooked. But all three of them have very consistent shotguns. If you notice when you play, like, Barrack, for example, you are consistently doing, you know, 500 damage in close range, then down to, like, 250, then down to, like, 100, 120-ish at longer ranges. And, you know, when you hit a glancing blow, it's always, like, a consistent number, right? You don't have quite as much variety with your damage numbers as you do with Omen, where, you know, sometimes you're doing 800, sometimes you do a 300 damage headshot like that, sometimes you do, like, 70 damage. It's wildly inconsistent. And that's because Omen's shotgun is programmed, I believe, in a fundamentally different way. This is all speculation on my part, but it's what I've gathered based on using it for, you know, 50 levels, and also having, you know, level 100 Barrack. Omen's shotgun is, I think, the only real shotgun in the game. By that I mean, it actually takes into account each individual pellet when calculating the damage number. And that's why you get such wildly varying and inconsistent results, especially when you add in fall-off range as well. And, you know, this is basically how shotguns are supposed to work, but it's just, the spread is so wide and wonky in Paladins that it results in some very weird damage numbers. Whereas, I believe, the shotguns that, you know, Barrack and Buck have are more like specially programmed regular hit scan bolts, right? Where they do a little bit of, like, just, you know, they're like one cone, basically, with programmed in values for how accurate you are inside of that cone and how far away you are, and it's just a lot more consistent, a lot more linear. That's the key difference, I think. And because of that, because Omen's, you know, got a real shotgun, it's very awkward to use. Because, yeah, it's a lot more inconsistent. Another way I think you can tell Omen's shotgun is a real shotgun is when you're using the old Umbral Lance, or just, you know, when you've wound up to the rifle stance in, you know, any of his other two talents. You can see, a lot of the times you'll be hitting, you know, the regular damage, but occasionally if you hit a glancing blow, you'll only do like 60 damage because you hit one pellet in the entire thing and you just graze them. So, yeah, that's what I really think is going on here. And yeah, I mean, you can see, when you fire at a wall, the spread is just so random that every single shot as well, you don't even know how many pellets you're going to hit if you're at a longer range. Because one set of pellets might be, like, completely horizontal, the other set might be a circle, and, you know, if you have that completely horizontal set, then, you know, some of the pellets are just going to go right past the target. Even with the really wide hitboxes that we have in Paladins. So, yeah, it ends up feeling really weird. It's not, you know, totally unusable. You can still definitely play Omen. Wow, I couldn't even ult there. Wait, it used my ult charge, but it didn't put an ult out. I just got scammed. What is that? That's a piece of garbage. Okay, thank you, Hi-Rez. But the major underlying point of all of this that I'm trying to say is that, yeah, Omen is definitely not S tier anymore, because his range got gutted. You've seen, as I've just been shooting throughout this entire match, this range is a lot worse. You can still hit some good shots at like medium range and do a lot of damage there, but it is a lot worse than it was previously. In close quarters, he's still a juggernaut of damage, right? I'm going to destroy this Fernando. But then as soon as he goes over there, it's a lot harder for me to do anything. So they've really just hampered his range and his consistency with this talent. And he's a lot closer to, I would say, maybe even like a B tier now, than the S tier must ban that he was previously, where he was literally banned or picked in every single match. Let me void grip you, haha. Come here. Bonk, gotcha. And yeah, you're gonna have to end up playing, I think, a lot more aggressively with Omen and getting in, you know, close quarters. And against certain comps, that's definitely a lot less feasible, because anti-dive is a thing, you know? You don't want to get close to someone like Torvald. So, yeah, against certain comps, he will struggle a lot more than he used to. He won't be able to just sit in the back and snipe like you can with someone like Cassie or Shaolin, and basically play at whatever range you want. That's no longer a thing with Omen. So, but yeah, here's some more exhibitions of the spread. Like, some of those go really far away, but then others are tighter grouping. It is completely random. That one was basically vertical. Most of those would have hit the target. But then that one was mostly horizontal, and I could definitely see that one on the left just going completely past someone skinny like Tyra. It's all over the place, man. It is definitely a wild, wacky world we have here with Omen. But now I want to talk about what I would have done to Omen to try and balance him out, because I think the very existence of the More card is just not really a good thing. I definitely, you know, I'm happy that they wanted to try something new. More is definitely a new and spicy card idea, and it does freshen up the card scene. But it's just one of those types of cards that's completely unhealthy to balance, because it's really never going to be super balanced. You know, the idea was to make a double-barrel shotgun playstyle with Omen, where you run the card at level 5 and you just have, you know, this powerful shotgun that does crazy amount of damage. But, you know, people ended up just using it at a lower level instead, still getting a lot of damage, having more ammo, and just completely breaking the system. And you can still do that with Omen, and it's still going to do a ton of damage, as you can clearly see. And now, by reworking this talent, yeah, they've made it, you know, less consistent, less powerful, but at the cost of what was actually a pretty cool talent, you know, Binary Star but for Omen. Now it's just kind of a weird thing. It's like a shotgun-only kind of thing, weird playstyle, question mark? And, yeah, I don't really like the way they've gone about this. I think you could have kept Umbral Lance, buffed the consistency of the base shotgun, and maybe what you could have done is completely deleted more, and turned it into a talent, where you replace the first talent, that nobody uses, that I don't even remember what it does, with the double-barrel shotgun playstyle, and you just make it where you have 2 ammo, you have a shotgun that does, like, I don't know, let's say 800 damage per shot or something like that, whatever you want, and that's just your build, right? So then you would have a dedicated shotgun playstyle, a dedicated rifle playstyle, and then you'd have the one in between, which is Binary Void, which allows you to be basically default Omen. That's what I would have done. You can, of course, let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Do you prefer that, or would you prefer how Evil Mojo has done it right now? Because, I don't know, might not be a perfect idea. I'm just spitballing ideas here. But, yeah, it's just, the whole thing is definitely a very interesting balancing position, that's for sure, no matter what way you cut it. There's a lot to do here. Oops, Tyra's coming around. We got a lot of them over there. Look at that. I went from like 71 to 300 to 78. Where did that extra 7 damage come from? Oh boy. We're holding them back for now. We're doing a good job of defending, but we have struggled to cap both times. I think I need to focus a bit more on actually playing Omen properly. Oh boy, like that shot right there. I did 700 damage to Tyra and then 100 damage to Tyra. Oy. 400 damage there. I'm doing 900 to the shield, obviously. All the pellets are definitely going to hit the shield. That's another thing, another reason why I think Omen's shotgun is a real shotgun, whereas Barrack just is not. Because at longer ranges, Barracks will go down to like that 150 damage, even though you're definitely hitting all the pellets versus a shield. Whereas at long range with Omen, you can clearly see we're only getting the tiniest amounts of fall off. It's not like we're losing pellets along the way. Whereas with Barrack and Buck, it feels like you're losing pellets along the way, even though it's a giant wall that you're shooting at. So, just wanted to point that out. There's one last signifier of the difference between Omen and Buck's shotguns. Let me pop over here. I did 100 damage to him. Oh boy. I honestly feel like it might be better to go Binary Void with Omen now, because at least you can wind down, you know, not use more, wind down into that Umbral, or not Umbral Lance playstyle, whatever the rifle is called. I always forget the names, they're so complicated. But you know, you can wind down into the rifle and have pinpoint accuracy and be able to do a lot more damage at range than what you can actually do with this talent and more now. Just a thought, definitely something you can test out. But we're about to lose this, and I definitely cannot contest here. I'm gonna try. But I'm just probably dead. Gotta heal up. Nyx is here. I'll throw some damage out. I'm just dead, and Nyx is dead, and we fail the defense. We're just struggling to get kills on these guys, and I'm definitely feeling the inconsistency of this talent a lot here. We'll do more Deft Hands, and then we'll do some Haven to try and stay alive better in close range. I just need a lot of items this match. I need a lot of Wrecker, a lot of Deft Hands, a lot of Haven, and then I still need to find some room for, like, Rejuve, I think, because we have Corvus Genos. But will we even last long enough to get that? I have no idea. Check that out. Andro's using the new skin, by the way. That new Andro skin, which was actually leaked on the PTS literally over a year ago. It was just on the PTS. It was there. You could see it. You could play with it. You could do all the wonderful things with it. And then they only just now decided to release it. Still don't know why. Such a silly decision from Evil Mojo. But, yeah. It is a nice skin. It's very vanilla for Androxus. It's just like, you know, Androxus but edgier. It's got the same color palette, same sort of vibe. It's even got very similar visual and sound effects. They are different, but, you know, they're not as drastic of a change as a lot of his other skins. It's interesting. Oh boy. Oh, I dashed, but he still hit that? What? I dashed clear to the left. I guess he predicted that, or the hitboxes didn't work out for me. Either way. Unfortunately, we are now dead. Nyx is just getting burned alive on the point right now. She does not have enough healing from Genos. Yeah, we need to just group up right now. Try and get everybody out of here if we can. I'll throw some cover fire for the Genos. Just help him get out of here. I'm just doing, like, no damage back here, though. Alright, I'm gonna throw you away. I am not gonna be able to touch. Wow, I'm dead! I did not expect to get bursted that fast there. I thought I had more health than that. And Corvus is going for touch, but he decided to just not walk onto the point. And yeah, that's GG, man, unfortunate. I always lose so many games when I properly record a video. It's weird. I don't know why. I guess I'm just too focused on the commentary, man. We only got 4 kills there, did 85,000 damage, but ended up going hard negative. Androxus had to finish most of the kills there. And to be honest, I don't know if there was much more that I could have done to try and confirm more kills there with just how inconsistent my damage was and how little damage I was doing at range. It was really sucky, honestly. Like, that was, yeah, very, very rough. Omen's definitely a lot worse now than he was before. I even got out-killed by the enemy Damba. This guy popped off. He was playing, yeah, Spirit's Chosen. 202,000 healing, but he also got 7 kills. He got the same amount of kills as his Tyra. He out-killed me. What the heck? Man, Omen's rough. But, yeah. Let me know what you think about this new change for Omen in the comment section down below. Have you tried it out? Do you think it's crap? Am I just bad at Omen? What's going on here? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, and with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time. Peace out.